Hello, friends of Komodo platform, friends of KMD. It's me, E. Giuliano, and it's the 7th of August, a couple of days after the previous video. Well, just want to catch up with what's going on there. So to do that, I'm going to share my screen. Hope you're doing well. Hit that like button. Come on. And yeah, make any comments you like here. So where are we? What are we thinking? The last time we were talking here, or I was talking and you were watching and listening. By the way, thanks for watching and all that. We were around here. Okay, let's move into the candlesticks. We were around this area. Oops. And let's just set up here. This is a 4-hour price chart. We're looking pretty short term, 4-hour pricing. Within this resistance area, top of the, well, we had just been pushing above the 20 period average towards the upper end of this narrowing Bollinger Band. We never broke it. It continues, it winded a bit, as you see that it's true. It was a bit of a failed move. Boom. It was a bit of a failed move. You know, it did try to go up, but it failed. Came straight down, fast move, boom. But wow, that was a bit of a failure. Bang, all the way back up, even a bit higher with those wicks, and not only to just come back down. So this Kumo twist here, oops, in the cloud that we're seeing has provided an interesting whipsaw action back and forth. As you see the cloud twisting, and now we are still finding it as a support. It tried to break down, nice bullishness to get it back up through and above, and now consolidating, hoping to find that support there. And I have a line here. Let me just distinguish or differentiate it from the other. Here we go, like that. So we're at a critical-ish zone of levels here. And we're going to take a look at a daily price chart for more. But you will see that we've been rejecting at this line of downtrending price action. All right. So that's about it. I wanted to show you where we were within the Ichimoku cloud relationship, and then as well as Bollinger Band relationship. So a lot of fighting at the 20 period average, but we're below the lower end. A bit of a rejection at that lower band. So now I'm trying to figure out where to go next. So I just wanted to make an update to say that we will get more clarity soon enough. And as we widen the view, you can see that there is a potential, as was spoken before, to come back down towards the trend line, and holding it for support would be ideal. The other thing is when breakout of this downtrending red line, and that will show further bullishness. So there is always the chance for moves up and then consolidate and then further moves up. So it's a matter of time. This is a 4-hour price chart. I wanted to notice, the last thing here I wanted to notice was this type of idea. We did see quite a move up from quite a low down. And now we are seeing an opportunity as this trending action is nearing this point of inflection here, where we're getting a lot of negative momentum, and that will soon turn positive. Now, having said that, this time the negative momentum has largely been sideways down as opposed to hard down. And so maybe the positive momentum will be continuing up in a bit more of a trending, impulsive up. So that's basically the idea. RSI itself isn't telling us much, and that is only a 4-hour view. So we will just skip over to daily, just on this brief update for the KMD BTC pair, and then we can look at the KMD USDT pair. So in this type of action now, we are seeing that it won't be long before we get some clarification. In this version here of the daily price chart, we are seeing that we are holding the 20-period average, so that's really positive. And we have tried to start testing this top of this Bollinger Band previously, and we will get to it. Hopefully, we'll get to it again sooner than later. But that's the thing. Watch the 20-day average, and then you'll have a better idea of the direction that the KMD price might go. Remember, none of this being financial advice, but bias is still to the upside. So yeah, that's basically the idea on the daily price chart, bias to the upside. However, we could see further downside before we get that upside. Although it seems like with the price and time action, we could probably see another maybe 4 days or so, you know, next beginning of the week, whatever, into next week, and then make some moves up. That would be lovely. All right, cool. Things overall looking pretty decent. Still making higher lows. So the point being here, though, is that we're not making higher highs yet. We just need to keep making higher lows on that 4-hour price chart. That was one other thing that I wanted to cover. So over here, we see we have made lower lows. So this low is going to be very important. So in the 4-hour price chart, watching for this next low, are we going to go lower than the 1991 area? Are we going to be closing below there? That's going to be a telling sign. If we're closing below this level here, then expect definitely down towards the lower end of these support resistance areas, even into like not even just 1900, maybe even into the 1800s. And yeah, that could likely signal be a part of a BTC USD pump to the upside up to the 50,000 level, right? Or 48 or whatever the pricing will be in that pumping. So that's also a factor. And when we look at the USDT chart, which we're going to do next, that will come into play. All right, so that's basically the idea with that. We don't have much else to say overall. So we'll just take a view one more time of that daily price chart on a bigger frame. There you go. So far so good. Again, bias to the upside, but it is not clear enough yet. Shorter term could be downside. All right. Next, let's just swing over to that USDT price chart and see, interestingly, all right, making some higher highs, definitely higher lows. Good, following that trend. Good, from the previous video, things are not surprising overall. And let's see where we can go with this. Is this it? Or are we trying to test, you know, into the dollar? That would be interesting. Go for it. Let's see. That again would be involved with a BTC move to the upside substantially. All right. Interesting. So that's where you have the daily price chart of KMD USDT. So right now, what's looking like though is a potential for a topping, at least in this time frame, or at least for a little bit. I shouldn't use that type of language. So a bit of it, we're hitting the top of this Bollinger Band here. It could fizzle for a bit, and then if it fizzles for too long, then that will probably be also a signal of Bitcoin weakness. Otherwise, this is just maybe intermediate. And having said that, though, yeah, then that would have to be part of something quite a bit bigger. Otherwise, yeah, we might be, and yes, in which case, let's say we're just starting the beginning of a stronger, higher move. Oh, there was one more thing, Ichimoku cloud action that I wanted to recognize. Same thing was happening in the KMD BTC chart. Is we're starting to see here in the daily price chart with the Ichimoku cloud, we're starting to see that at the top red line is really starting to come down. So it's going to come down. So even by September, we're going to be seeing a twist somewhere. We're going to see a twist somewhere, and we'll see it also in the KMD BTC, KMD USDT, and that could be the foreshadowing of more to come, on more bullishness to come. All right, yeah, it'll most likely it'll do something like this. So it might even be October, you know what I'm saying? Interesting, very cool. Well, I imagine we'll be into the $1.50 levels for sure, fighting around there. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see when that time comes. It's not too far away, I don't imagine, months at most. Alrighty then. So that would be the USDT view. I'm not even going to go into the 4-hour. Oh, well, yes, why not? If I'm talking short-term potentials, let's just take a look here. Whoops, at what we are seeing. Yeah, there you go. So this gives us a clear picture. Like we have not broken out yet. So this red action, we need to turn it back around quite quickly. Otherwise, this impulsive move is done and it's going to consolidate for a bit longer, which is fine, even if it takes it into mid-August, 9, 10, 11 August. That's what we were talking about anyway, maybe into next week. So that's a possibility. We'll see. Other than that, though, what we are seeing is some divergence here on the price and on the price and the RSI, and as well as with the with the MACD and signal. But yeah, well, you know, we shall see. If it's impulsive, then it could go longer. But I get the sense that we could be topping out sometime soon. And we'll see. I hope not. This is a nice formation for a breakout. If it doesn't break out, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate, because why not? This is just itching for a breakout, and this breakout brings us to this level zones here between, again, that $1 to $1.15-ish level. Yeah. Okay, cool. Glad you stuck around, got a chance to watch what's going on. This 4-hour chart actually was fun and instructive. I'm glad that we took a look at it at this time. All right, friends, for now, that's it. We're out of here on the 4-hour, though. I will say we are looking like momentum might slow. And having said that, though, there is an upward trend. So that's also in play as well. Could be continuing higher even after it slows a little bit and then continue higher. And at some point, you know, these trends are going to be broken one way or the other, and we'll have a bit more clarity, or even a lot more clarity, about the bullishness or bearishness of the situation. Okay, that's it for now. I think enough has been said. Until next time, that's KMD BTC and KMD USDT. And here's BTC USD at the 43,600 levels. There you go. It's looking like it wants to break out too, and people are feeling very bullish. So, which means maybe it's time for the bears to kick in and kick people's butts. All right, who knows? Just for the short term, right? And it's all about washing people out these days. All right, that's it. Love, peace, happiness. Take care. Goodbye.